All right, guys, so it's that time of the day when we come through with some amusement as we'll be checking out some hilarious moments from the social media space. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Social View. All right, sis, can we go on?
Yes.
Okay, so the Meme King makes an appearance, and we're talking about movie titles. Get your pen and paper. Listen, Americans will say The Immortal as the title of the movie. India will say Twist of Fate. Nigeria will say she never knew the bike man was a billionaire. True or false?
See,
that's number one on the exam question.
Our titles stand us out because that's so true. Nigerian titles are so cheesy and
especially
hilarious.
On YouTube.
So many movies on YouTube. So many movies on YouTube, and then you just see the title and you'll be like,
The slave that helped her was a billionaire. The man, the beggar she gave food, turned out to be a billionaire.
And the songs that they now have, the sound, what do they call those?
Soundtrack.
The soundtracks, oh my God, they are always very hilarious. Sometimes they're already telling you what's going to happen. Especially the Yoruba ones. All those Tokpalabi, soundtracks to some Yoruba movies.
And then the effects.
The effects.
Especially
oh
when
God.
the ghost has to check before they cross the road.
I think that in some quarters they're actually really trying.
Yes, they are.
No, better than that these days. Like they are at par with international movies. Yeah.
All right, let's move on. At Amaratomi says, just remember that this guy wore his NYC orange boots with Ankara yesterday to church. At Jason_now says, oh, na still service. So one is service of the country, the other is service of the Lord.
God.
Full stop.
Yes, I like that guy, Jare, who's like, so these boots that are not even spoilt, what will I now do? So I had, fun facts, I had these boots that I bought. I really liked them. But somehow, it now started looking like the NYSC boots. So I had to give it out. But I really liked it when I bought it. But the color, you now started looking before people will now think that I just gave it out.
But
so there was a girl that was serving that year who used to be like our intern, and as I just said, do you? She said, oh,
yes,
so he could pass for NYSC boots.
At the end of the day, he bought it with his money, so he owns it. Can wear it anytime. It's his money.
But they give you now.
And so now he gets some. He did not borrow it. So at the end of the day, not to wear slippers. He has boots. He wore it. Petero of Ibadan says, Omo, is there any other name better than perfect? And you can see the cut on the hair, like, the hair has gators. It's very nice, clean cut. And Yola now says some things are not just necessary. You went to look for trouble. They now came back. Samuel Tali says, coming from the gender that wears hair of 100K on an empty head.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
They were on their own.
This is where you should listen to Korede Bello's song.
Thank you. Mind your business.
Like, pekele, arugbo jegbese, Tanio song.
Tanio
song. Fouls now comes into this too.
Because somebody on his own was just showing off his handwork.
I'm telling you.
And you now went to find trouble.
Why would you do that?
And then this one is not straight bullet. This one is direct hit. Now came for you.
Anything that rocks people's boots, let them
exactly. No, it's not somebody that tattooed they would have Chioma on the body. Say that they are his favorite couple. Meme King once again at IAM_Dio says, you pray before eating akpu, but not before eating shawarma. Small level up, you don't forget God. So as you don't level up small now,
I just thought about it. So when you're sitting down properly to eat like all those solid food, or like you pray. And then when you buy snacks,
so much of shawarma,
you just forget, like so is there a level to that thing? Like you just feel like nothing can happen with those ones.
I think, but it's not level, anything, be whatever it may be. Either pizza, I'll pray. Me, I'll pray. Even when I cook, I think some Indians say, but you're the one that cooked it, you brought it from home, I will still pray. I will still pray. Because even the food that you cook, nowhere form fashion against you shall prosper. Honey pots. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Please, let's not move on, because before we start reading Bible verse from here, DG says, how did you know you weren't going to get the job during your job interview? Good question. And he says, share your story. At Kweku Stories now says, a long story short. I saw a basket of takeaway at the door. On my way out of the interview room, in my head, these people care about people. So I picked one, not knowing it was the lunch of the staff.
Oh, my.
It was a staff for a day, basically.
God.
Because the takeaway was for staff lunch. So
this one reminded me of my my friend's husband who was telling me a story about how he started working in a new place. And so he would go to the refrigerator and just pick something from it. And he thought that, you know, they made provisions for the staff. Until one day as he was eating it, and somebody, the owner of the food now came and was like, you're eating that, huh? And so he was like, oh, yeah, very tasty. I love it. He didn't get it was afterwards that person was not trying to say that. Like, he was trying to tell him that
lunch.
That is my lunch. I kept it there. No problem. So he thought that, so it would, and he said he's been doing it for days. So the person did not even know the person that was eating his food until that day that you've been the one eating, like, you eat the sandwich every day. So it was like, yeah, I prefer the sandwich. And I said, how embarrassing. I said, what did you now do? Like, he had to, like, apologize profusely. I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
And then on the other hand,
so
thank God he didn't have anything he was allergic to.
Yeah.
That's another angle.
Yeah.
Because, hey.
And you know how the person would know that he did not know? Because he balanced. He did not
hygiene.
When he told me,
when the person came, he was like, oh, very tasty, and he's still eating it. Like,
and he's still eating it.
Very nice.
He said, yes, I eat it every day. I like it.
He didn't know he was confessing to a crime. If only he knew. So those of you that have been eating things that are not your own, don't go and eat love portion like this for another person. You're not going to be loving somebody that you're not supposed to. Anyway, we've come to the end of Social View for today, and we hope you were entertained. Truth Syndrome Monday is up next, and in case you missed the question earlier, we asked, what's the worst thing an ex has done to you after a breakup? So after you took breakfast.